Okay, Trayaurus, so if I'm getting this right, what you want me to do is take this lever and this TNT and use it against you when you're in this reinforced glass. I'm going to have to get you to sign a few forms. Hey everyone, Dan here from TheDiamondMinecart, and welcome to another Minecraft mod review, where today I am in the middle of nowhere yet again, but for a very good reason, as I'm going to be reviewing the Explodables mod. Now, I love me a nice explosion-based mod, and I know that you do too, so let's get straight to it. Trayaurus is also around somewhere, but we will get to him later. He's a little bit tied up with some of the tests we've got going here. I think we've got 5 in total, which are going to be insane. So, to get started with this mod, we're going to take a look at the 5 explosives in this mod. The first one is called the Shaped Charge, then we move on to Blasting Gel, Spoke Bomb, Claymore Mine, and Breaching Charge as well. Now, these are pretty unique bombs. I've never really seen bombs and TNTs like this before in Minecraft, so let's get to the first one, which is the Shaped Charge. Now, this one is fairly unique, and this is the crafting recipe for it. You're actually going to need 5 plastic explosives, and I know what you're thinking. What the hell are plastic explosives? Well, you're going to need 1 TNT and 1 clay block, not just clay, a clay block to make 2 of these plastic explosives. Then you take those and pair them with 3 obsidian and an iron ingot, and you'll get 6 of these shaped charges. Now, shaped charges are very unique in the way that you can actually position an explosion. So rather than a TNT just exploding exactly where it is, it kind of sets off an explosion in a directional manner. So let's take one of these and go over to the first test station, which is over here. Test 1 is labeled very clearly here, and there is a red wool block, as I'm sure you can see. Now, we're going to try and take out that red wool block without having to, like, go near it with the TNT. So if we place this down like this, it directs in the way that you're facing while you place it. So if I place it facing this way, the direction will head towards the red wool. So let's put it like this. Kind of looks pretty awesome. So if you've got the kind of like the, what's this called, like the hazard tape facing what you want to explode, it should work fine. Then we go ahead, put a lever there, and see what happens. It does switch around, but don't worry about it. It should be fine. And then bam! As you can see, the explosion moves forward. It kind of projects itself outwards, and you have a little directional explosion going on. Now, I need to clear this up as we get ready for test number 2, which involves this cool little looking item, which is the Blasting Gel. Now, to craft this, you are going to need 1 redstone, 1 gunpowder, and what on earth is that? Well, that is gelatin, and you get this from smelting bones and leather. So it's kind of like the fatty substance from animal-based things like bones and skin and gross stuff like that. So that is gelatin, and this is Blasting Gel. Now, this is pretty unique as well in the way that it kind of looks like redstone. So it's kind of like pink redstone, but it explodes at the same time. It explodes kind of 3 down, but only 1 where it is. So it explodes just in a 1 by 1, just like this, 1 block, but it'll go about 3 or 4 down. And you can actually ignite it in a row, and it also carries a redstone flow as well. So you can use stuff like repeaters and other bits of redstone to delay these as you might like to. So say you want to blow up 3 of your friends' houses in quick succession or over a slow period of time, you can actually do that. So let's grab some of this Blasting Gel and put it across like this, and then deliver a redstone signal to it like this, and instantly it will go about 4 blocks down. It was indeed 4 blocks, and as you can see, it works like this. Let's just show you that again, across like this. And again, you can put repeaters in the middle. Let me just try that quickly, see if it works. I think that's how a repeater works. I'm not very good at redstone, but let's try this. There you go. It delayed the second one very, very slightly to blow up after the others. So you can make some really cool kind of different little sequences with your explosions. So let's try it with this kind of setup, just so it notices a little bit more. So let's just put the lever down like this. Do that. The first one goes, and then the second one goes after the redstone signal. So that is very unique. And now this gives me the opportunity to show off the next item, which is going to be the Spoke Bomb. Now, this is another very unique explosive, and actually creates kind of like a grid so that sand and gravel don't fall down when you are mining with this bomb. So this is a bomb designed for mining, and it is kind of designed to be used underground. So like when you've already started mining and want to clear a really successful space. So let's put it kind of in the ground like this, and then apply a signal to it and see what happens. Just step back a little bit. It'll explode, and then it will create like this, an amazing looking little mesh. So say you had sand above you, you will actually avoid having the sand fall on top, and you won't have to do any clear up afterwards. So to explain that a little bit better, let's actually go into some sand and try this out. So let's go down like this, just down into the ground a little bit, above the sandstone like that. And yeah, it's pretty hard to get right. So if we just shove that in there, come on. Come on, come on. There we go. Now we need to put some sand on top. That doesn't work like that. So we're going to put some sand on top like this. And then just add the redstone current to it. And as you'll see, it will actually stop the sand above from falling inside your little tunnel. So here we go. Hopefully this works. I'm just doing this on a whim just to show you how it works. And bam, there we go. Look at that. No sand has fallen down, unlike it would happen with normal TNT. So very cool. And you can actually make kind of like really cool tunnels with this thing. So let me just go and go back over here because the sand is very awkward to place it in. So let's go down here, and you can actually just keep on placing them like this, and it's really handy to just kind of keep pressing levers down with these bombs and then making a long tunnel, which is very safe and very cool at the same time. So say you want to get to like another destination very quickly underground and safely as well. Another note, it will also keep mobs out, so keep torches in here. I don't even think you need torches in here, and it should be fine. So that is really cool. Just keep the light on the inside and they won't spawn on the inside, and they won't be able to get at you. Very, very cool, and again, very unique. So I've got this cool little mine shaft now. Very nice. Now let's move on to the next test, which is going to involve this bomb, which is the Claymore mine. And this is a very destructive one, but not to the ground. It's actually destructive towards living things, unfortunately. So the mobs in the world are going to get destroyed by this. And what I've got set up over here is test zone 3, and I think you can probably guess what's going on here. Why did I spawn in a baby pig? This is going to make me feel so much worse. So this is the Claymore mine. I forgot to show you how to craft it. This is how to craft it. You're going to need 4 of the plastic explosives that we looked at earlier and 5 iron ingots, and that will get you 4 of these bad boys. We'll put this down here and just set it off, and you can just witness what is going to happen. There we go. It doesn't do any damage to the ground whatsoever, but it will do damage to mobs and other entities. I'm not too sure about players just yet, but it's a perfect way to grief your friend without having to blow up their entire house. So as you can see, it's not the most powerful of explosives, but if they caught in the direct radius, they will get killed straight away. I am so sorry. Look at these guys. They're taking it like champs. That baby pig isn't even bothered by it. That's pretty damn cool. So that is test 3, and now we're going to move on to a couple more. And the next explosive and the final one is the breaching charge. Now this one is pretty interesting too. We've got a crafting recipe of 3 oak wood planks and 3 plastic explosives, which we crafted earlier, and that will give you 6 of these breaching charges. So the recipes aren't too difficult, and they do have, like, they're not too overpowered, like just throwing TNT into your friend's house or something. So I've got this front of a house set up here. It's made out of iron, an iron door, and glass. Now glass will automatically just get destroyed, but iron doors, I'm pretty sure, is fairly strong against normal TNT. But if we put this breaking charge down, or breaching charge, I can't even say it properly, and light it, it will actually destroy only doors and windows, which is really cool. So as you can see, you can just put it outside, run in if your friend or enemy has an iron door in place, which you can't attack. So yeah, there we go. You could just lose the lever on the outside, but you know, if you have like an alternative way of activating the breaching charge with like a redstone torch or something, it is perfect for getting into houses. Probably the least useful one, because there's other ways around it, like just punching in the glass very, very easily. But you know, still a very cool concept. Now, I don't know if you just saw it, but we're going to get to the final test in a second. But first, let's look over some extra recipes, which are the explosives chests, the reinforced glass pane, and the obsidian door. Now, these are all going to help you keep your stuff safe against these powerful explosives and normal TNT. So the explosives chest I will demonstrate in a second with Trayaurus. He's got a little thing set up, and I think he's going a bit mad, and you'll see why in a second. So the explosives chest is crafted by using 4 obsidian and just 4 iron, so not too expensive considering it has a pretty damn tough exterior. If you explode this at any time, at any point, it will survive. It only has a single line worth of inventory space, so it only holds like your hot bars worth of stuff, but if you've got a lot of diamonds, then this is the place to keep them, especially if you're on a server where friends like to use TNT. And then we move on to stuff like reinforced glass, and this is a lot stronger glass, and it will actually survive any TNT blast over and over again. And you need 4 obsidian and 1 glass to create 4 of these bad boys, so fairly expensive but worth it if you have a lot of explosions going around. And then you can make glass panes out of those by putting 6 reinforced glasses together to get 16 panes. And the last one is the obsidian door, and this is just like a more blast proof door, because you know obsidian is pretty damn strong against TNT. If you get 6 obsidian, you get an an obsidian door. So now I'm going to move over to Trayaurus. I'm actually going to make it daytime first off, because we weren't really planning on doing this at night. So what have you got set up over here, buddy? This is the final test, and it kind of reminds me of Robotnik in here. Dr. Robotnik from Sonic in this crazy looking machine, and he has actually volunteered to put himself and his faith into this reinforced glass and just show what it does. But first, I'm going to show off the explosive chest, which has a single diamond in it for now, but I'm really protective of that diamond. So I'm going to set off just a single normal Minecraft TNT against it and see what happens. There you go. The chest is fine and its contents are perfectly safe. So that is a really cool thing. Again, if you do have some crazy friends. So here is Trayaurus. He did lose 1 health from that. You do lose 1 health if you're standing on the other side of reinforced glass. But just imagine the shockwaves from this thing. We're putting the TNT. He has instructed me to do this, by the way. He has signed off a waiver, so if he gets killed, then it's not going to be my fault. But he has put his faith fully in this reinforced glass. He's just in this little capsule thing here. There's no gaps. Just in the reinforced glass, and I'm going to put these TNT down and see what happens. So let's put this down. There we go, 2 TNTs. I hope he's okay. My god, this is nerve-wracking. There we go, 1, 2, and he's only lost 2 little bits of health, and these reinforced glasses will take forever to be destroyed, and I'm actually not even sure if they do get destroyed. It's certainly worth it if you want a blast-proof house. So, Trayaurus, you put your faith in exactly the right place, and I think that is pretty much what this mod has to offer. And if you like what you see and do want to play it for yourself, then please do head to the description below where you'll find a link to download this mod. Careful there, buddy, you just got exploded by TNT. You don't want to be running around way too much. Just chill a little bit, okay, until our next experiment. So also, if you happen to be new to the channel, then please do subscribe and join Team TDM today for daily Minecraft videos. And if you did enjoy this video, a like would be greatly appreciated too. You can also now catch me on my Twitter and Facebook accounts in the description below, which would be awesome as well. So thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye! Okay, Trayaurus, so if I'm getting this right, what you want me to do is take this lever and this TNT and use it against you when you're in this reinforced glass. I'm going to have to get you to sign a few forms. Hey everyone, Dan here from TheDiamondMinecart, and welcome to another Minecraft mod review, where today I am in the middle of nowhere yet again, but for a very good reason, as I'm going to be reviewing the EXPLODABLES mod. Now, I love me a nice explosion-based mod, and I know that you do too, so let's get straight to it. Trayaurus is also around somewhere, but we will get to him later. He's a little bit tied up with some of the tests we've got going here. I think we've got 5 in total, which are going to be insane. So, to get started with this mod, we're going to take a look at the 5 explosives in this mod. The first one is called the Shaped Charge, then we move on to Blasting Gel, Spoke Bomb, Claymore Mine, and Breaching Charge as well. Now, these are pretty unique bombs. I've never really seen bombs and TNTs like this before in Minecraft, so let's get to the first one, which is the Shaped Charge. Now, this one is fairly unique, and this is the crafting recipe for it. You're actually going to need 5 plastic explosives, and I know what you're thinking. What the hell are plastic explosives? Well, you're going to need 1 TNT and 1 clay block, not just clay, a clay block, to make 2 of these plastic